All right, welcome everyone to episode 4 of our Star Wars Age of Rebellion campaign called Irnaj Assault. And we are joined by our lovely players and game master. In the last session, we had some time on the ship after our escape where we did a lot of character development and explored the relationships between the characters and the crew. And then we came down to Oberon, and we did a bit of information gathering, went some places, tried to talk to some people, figure out where the Imperial research facility is that we've been ordered to locate. And we had some incidents with locals, and we're not really sure yet if those matter or not, or if they were just random occurrences. We'll find out. But where we left off was we were going to get a speeder to go out to where we think the Imperial facility is and just kind of eyeball it. But before we could acquire that speeder, Capo decided to urinate on the speeder due to its Imperial markings. Whether they were legitimate or not, he was still offended regardless. And so
Fight the power.
yeah. So after peeing on the speeder, we decided to get out of town for a little while, and so we started to go down the road to where we think the Imperial facility is, and there was a ranch that we tried to get around, and as we tried to continue on past the ranch, actually there was some lights approaching in the darkness at night, and it turns out the rancher had spotted us, and he was coming out. And he stopped and pointed a gun, but at the time, Raaze and Korto had managed to hide in some rocks or various cover, but Capo did not. So Capo has a gun pointed at him, and I think that's where the cliffhanger was at the end of the session. Did I miss anything there, Steven, or is that the gist?
I think that was pretty close. There was that part where Jimmy opened the Starfighter and found a thermal detonator. I think that was Capo and Raaze that did that one.
Yeah.
So I can't. Was that the thing he turned into a bomb? Or?
Between that and the ordnance we brought down from the.
No, what we did was we got a whole load of those anti-vehicle mines from the original siege, and then packed the escape pod full of them.
All right. Yep. Okay. Now I remember. Cool. Cool. So, what have you all done with your XP? And I know Dev and I had a chat and used respect. So, do you want to tell us what you've done there? Or?
Yeah, sure. Just to make it easier for Korto to manage his force powers and keep going on his progression with the force. I converted him to a Force and Destiny character, but he will still be accountable for his duty. He's still a member of the rebellion, and everything that's been established in the story thus far. Just for mechanical reasons, it's easier to manage his character as a Force and Destiny character. So he's moved from the Infiltrator to the Shadow, Sentinel Shadow, but everything else is the same. Just a little bit of difference in his talents, but the skills and stats and everything else is the same. And he's still got his same force power as well, Sense.
Cool. Alright, how about Raaze the clone sniper?
Yeah, Raaze just increased his perception. Basically, during this time, he's kind of had some time to look around the town and whatnot, and he's really been kind of up in his observation game just to make sure he knows what he's getting involved in.
Sure. Sure. And Capo?
Capo added a trait called Strong Arm. Basically, it just gives me more range with thrown weapons, which I thought fit with how he's been fighting over the last couple of sessions. He's been holding frag grenades like nothing else. So there's all... Yeah.
The Rodian sparklers. Yeah.
Oh yes. And now with extra range. So yeah, I figured it fit the playstyle and what he's been doing.
So does that go from short range to medium range maximum?
Yes.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yes, it does.
Let's hope you're holding the thermal detonator then.
So how far away is that farmer?
That rancher? So where's that rancher?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Alright.
Don't bring a gun to a grenade fight.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So we'll pick up back where we left off. Raize and Korto had kind of scurried off halfway up the cliff to try and get out of the lights, whilst Capo was caught like a deer, or a Ronto in the headlights of this truck. And I think we left off. We left off, and you saw a long-barreled rifle pointing at you from behind the car, behind the speeder door.
Yep.
And he said, "What are you doing on my property?"
Am I still on my space camel, or am I standing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
You slapped its ass when you
Okay,
got off last time.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I very slowly, very clearly put both of my hands up, try to look as non-threatening as possible, and I say, sorry, was trying to go round your land, didn't mean to trespass. Sorry if I have. Just out here hunting. Not livestock.
All right. As you kind of start talking, you see like a kind of tall, stocky silhouette step out from behind the door, where it keeps the gun trained on you, and you can see it getting closer in the headlights.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
So you just.
I've said my piece.
Korto and Raaze, are you just going to watch this happen?
I'm aiming. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to like slowly and silently draw my vibro sword. But for now, I'm going to let Capo handle it. He seems capable. But if he's in any danger, then I'm going to engage. I'll move to engage.
All right. He says, "This is private land. You shouldn't be hunting on here."
Like I said,
you guys, if I don't shoot, someone else will.
for leaving the private land.
He says around here, around here, there's forces bigger than you or I. You probably don't want to be poking around out here.
I'm Rhodian, mate. We get some time off. We hunt. It's kind of a cultural thing. That's actually true.
he kind of gets a bit closer, and you see like a single leku kind of like of a red Twi'lek just kind of like curled down around and over his chest. And you see he's kind of like a broad-chested Twi'lek, and he kind of like shoulders his rifle, and he goes, and he says, "What are you hunting?"
What do you got? Not after. No, as in as a tracker and survivalist and all that stuff. Would I reasonably know what game might be on this planet?
You can roll me a xenology check with a boost if you want.
Xenology or survival?
Either or. Yeah, sure. Survival could be that you're looking around and trying to find signs or something.
Okay, cool.
We've just got to find a random Star Wars element just in case.
Well, again, if I've seen any tracks or anything like that, that would feed into it. But I just need to check.
Can we hear this through the comms, by the way? Is his comm line open?
You can probably hear him from where you're standing.
Yeah, I think we're not too far away. We're just off in the darkness.
Yeah.
We just basically, I think we just scattered when the guy came.
Yeah.
How many different?
We'll say 2 purple. We'll say 2 purple and a setback because it's kind of dark. While you're kind of checking everything out.
As an expert tracker, -1 setback.
Yeah, -1 setback.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow.
Alright, so you have no idea what you're looking at, but you see on the ground there's kind of a cloven hoof. Kind of on the ground, maybe 2 or 3 meters away from you.
Cloven hoof. Okay.
Yeah, there's kind of a cloven hoof print just in the ground.
Would I be able to key on my mic and tell him what he's hunting?
Sure, can you roll me a xenology check for that one?
Which check, sorry?
Xenology?
Xenology, okay. This is going to go great, no problem, don't worry about it. 2 purple and a black?
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Alright, cool. So you reckon that you see his eyes lock onto this footprint, and you say, "Oh, there's a blazed tree goat in the area."
Yeah, so I'll just key that in really quietly, quickly.
Goat.
Do I know what a blaze tree goat is? Now that I know the name.
I don't know. Do you want to know what it is?
You know what a goat is.
I would,
You know what a goat is.
I would call through a couple of details like furry, size, like that kind of thing, color.
So stock animal, not predator.
Mountain goat, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
So I'll tell the guy, well, I've been seeing some tracks for a braised tree goat around. I figured if there were any predators around, they'd be stalking it, so I figured go where the hunters go.
he kind of goes, "Are you talking about my pet?"
I'm talking about the thing that predators would go towards.
He says, "Does this look like a forest to you? Like I brought that thing in from Coruscant when we moved."
It doesn't matter where the prey animal's from, the predators will come towards it. That's how predators work. It's not just jungles that have predators, mate, trust me.
In the lull of the conversation, I would kind of key into Capo. If you feel the need, take 1 step right, and that'll be my signal.
Alright, sure.
Not after your goat. I figured if I saw anything big hunting it, I'd go after that. That's it. If I'm on private property, sorry, tried to go around, I'll leave, no harm, no foul.
And he goes, well, you could have pulled in at the house. I saw you and 2 others. I don't know where the 2 others have gone. But I definitely saw you and 2 others head past the house.
Like I said, we didn't want to come onto private property. Honestly, we didn't think this was still part of the property. The other 2 are off hunting their own prey.
He says he kind of like looks at you, looks up into the darkness over the cliff, and he goes, "Yeah, you probably don't go further that way. It's not going to end well for you."
Even angrier landlords?
He says no, Imperials. He goes, they don't want people out that way.
I'll put that under very angry landlords. Cheers, mate. Is there any area around here that isn't private property? Not wanting to step on anyone's toes.
He says the Imperials, when they came here, they kind of bought out a lot of the area. But this dust farm here has been in my family for a few generations, so I wasn't willing to sell up.
Had any issues with well, I'm here to hunt. What's the biggest beast around?
He said he kind of like looks around and he goes, "It's a pretty hostile environment. Most of what you find is going to be like small lizards and things like that." And he says, "You must be a smuggler here on a bit of shore leave."
Man's got to have a hobby.
He kind of like chuckles to himself and he goes, "Oh, at least you're not like my sisters." And he kind of goes, "Well, I'm going to escort you off my property." So.
Fair enough. I'm just going to keep my hands away from anything. Do it nice and slowly.
Sure. Cool. So he seems happy with that, and he kind of looks at you a bit suspiciously and like continues back to his speeder. And he goes, "Jump in."
Do you mind if I grab my space camel. Your speeder kind of scared it off.
It kind of like sighs kind of heavily and goes, "Sure, I'll wait for you there. I'll wait for you there. And if you see companions out there, tell them not to go digging too hard."
Cheers, mate. Then I go get my space camel. I don't actually know what it's called.
If there's a way that we can talk on the comms without him overhearing, it would be good for Korto to say, like, are you gonna go with this guy? Do you want us to keep going? Try to recon this base while you distract the rancher?
It's it.
We don't take this out.
It is a space camel. I was just guessing. Did we have a system for stuff like that? 1 click yes, 2 clicks no kind of thing?
Chances are.
Cool.
I think I remember somebody saying it at some point.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then just 1 click as a reply.
Continue on mission? Okay. So I'm going to assume the one
Or,
click.
actually, I probably shouldn't do that. Capo would defer to...
Well, it's
the
more like a
captain.
general question to the group.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not objecting, so.
Okay.
But yeah, basically asking Capo too if he wants us to extract him from this situation.
The Twi'lek has put the gun down. Capo is comfortable.
Capo was probably pretty comfortable with the gun pointing at him as well.
Okay, so if Capo's gonna, if he's gonna go with the rancher, then I guess Korto will wait for the resolution of that and try to regroup with Raaze after they depart. That'll be his intention currently.
Alright, so Korto's holding steady.
Yeah.
Raaze would just come over the comms and just kind of query quietly. Korto, do you think there's any way that you could stealth your way in there and sabotage the vehicle?
Then the rancher will still be here, impeding our progress through the Imperial facility. I'm thinking this is a great opportunity. Capo can go with him, and we can continue to try to sneak over the ridge in the darkness, just basically eyeball the facility, and then we can extract, give Capo the all clear, and then he can make his extraction from the rancher.
Yeah.
And then we can still complete our mission without having to worry about the rancher coming up behind us.
Yeah, acknowledged.
So if Capo's okay with that, being the distraction.
1 click.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, so I'll just keep hiding basically in the darkness, not moving, just waiting for the two of them to leave, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Alright, cool. So, are you just going to follow him on the OP, or?
Well, I was going to tie the OP to the speeder and get in like he asked. If he's cool with that. If not, I'll just go on the OP.
Alright.
Because I sort of wanted to talk to him in the speeder.
No, cool. You can you see him put down the tray at the back, and he says,
Okay.
"We'll get off faster if we put the OP up here."
Cheers, mate. I put the OP in and get in.
Alright, cool. So he kind of like calmly turns it around, and you guys see the speeder just kind of drive off into the pitch black or the darkness beyond. So you guys just gonna hold tight, or are you gonna keep going?
If they're safe, if they're safely gone, then I'm going to try to regroup with Raaze. And
Cool.
I think
you probably didn't get far in the time you had to react. So
I think we're going to continue stealthily, extra stealthily, now that we heard over the comm that there's definitely an Imperial presence here. So we probably want to continue over the ridge, but extremely stealth-oriented.
cool.
Moving slowly, carefully.
Yeah, the ridge is quite steep, so you're probably going to need climbing gear if you can get your hands on it.
I got climbing gear.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, we've got that.
Cool. So can you guys just make me like an easy athletics? So you don't really need to be too quiet.
Okay.
More a case of getting up the hill at this point, which is probably going to be pretty quiet anyway.
So 1 purple.
Yep.
Gotta wash.
Alright.
I got 3 successes.
Alright. Korto, you kind of scramble up quite quickly. Whereas Raize, you don't necessarily fail to get up there. You just take a while. You just kind of take a while because you can't get a good foothold.
I'm gonna be grumbling about these young kids these days.
Yeah.
Oh, back when I was in the Imperial forces, I sure had a lot more energy than I do these days.
Getting out of shape there, Sarge?
Yeah, look up at Korto and just kind of glare at him and be like,
Not enough PT in your diet?
stow it, young one.
All right. So as you kind of go scramble up, the speed is going off back towards the homestead. So Capo, you see this Twi'lek that kind of accosted you, and he says, "So what are you doing here on business? If hunting's your hobby?"
Serving bodyguard. The boss makes the decisions. I just kind of tag along, shoot what needs shooting.
Yeah. So like as you're kind of driving along, you notice that there's some like livestock and like nerfs and kind of like random assortments of animals. Just kind of like watching the speeder go past, like they're expecting it to drop food or something. As you drive along.
You said your family had been here for a long time.
He says, we only moved here like in the last couple of years. We grew up on Coruscant, but then our parents inherited this farm. So when they died, you know, I took over. My sisters run a shop in town.
Well, you should be used to dealing with Imperials then, coming from Coruscant.
He says, he goes, I know how to handle them. I would, yeah, you know, I don't share my sister's enthusiasm about it, but and he kind of like shrugs a little bit, and he goes, you know, they are a bit overbearing out here. I will give them that. When they want something, they're not nice about it.
Okay, so they not just bad neighbors, but if they want, say, a few of your nerfs, they'll just come over and take them.
And he says, it's not the nerfs. They want easier access. They want to be able to more easily kind of keep people away. And he says, you guys, you know, this is our property, and you know, the Imperials they're obviously trying to keep quiet here by the looks of it. So they don't want to ruffle too many feathers and cause incidents that they don't have to.
I hear what you're saying, and I know you don't want people on your land, and obviously we don't want to be on the Imperial's land at all. That's bad news. My mates are, like I said, off hunting, doing their own thing. You wouldn't happen to be able to give me the coordinates for your land, just so we know where to stay away from, essentially? I mean, we thought we were off.
He goes, well, it's kind of clearly demarked on the side closest to the town, but you know, out the other way, and like the ridge is pretty much the extent of our property.
Okay. Since we're hunting, and you know, you mentioned the Imperials don't like visitors, and God knows we wouldn't want any Imperial entanglements. You wouldn't happen to know where the extent of their stuff would be, would you? Just because I don't feel like getting shot at by a stormtrooper today.
He kind of like chuckles a little bit, and he goes, I see them on their speeder bikes patrolling every now and then, and they're maybe, he kind of like looks at the side and goes, maybe 5K's out that way. And he kind of like jerks his head back out towards away from the town.
And outside that 5K area, it's all okay? Like we could go hunting there?
he says, you'll probably have to go out the other side of town to do that.
Okay, so pretty
he
much
says-
everything except your land this side of town is
Yeah,
Imperial
he
and
says pretty
patrol
much.
from the sounds of it.
He says pretty much. We were the only ones with any money when they came to town, so we've been able to hold out. But eventually, they're just going to take it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of looks a bit. He kind of looks a bit sad, and he sighs a little bit. And he goes, "Oh well."
If you know they're going to take the place, why are your sisters such fans, man? Imperials have never done any favors for aliens.
He says, the Imperials aren't fans of aliens, but you know, the girls are a lot younger. The girls are a bit younger than me, and have come up through the Imperial schooling system. You know.
But betcha they aren't going to like it when you get your farm repossessed by a whole load of stormtroopers.
They're insistent that that's not going to happen. He says he kind of like shakes his head and he goes, "Hey, you guys, youth comes with a certain naivety."
Sure. All right. Well, thanks for the advice, man. Like I said,
No.
I've no intention of getting hunted down by a scout trooper for being in the wrong place.
He says not a problem. He goes, yeah. You guys just I would recommend staying away because they keep you know, I've seen the patrols. There's a few of them moving around.
Didn't see many in town though. They don't seem to go into the.
Yeah, he says, well, you know, it's a smuggler's hideout. We're better to hide than in plain sight.
Fair enough.
So yeah, as he kind of says that, he pulls up at the farmhouse and kind of like gets out, looks back through the window, and he goes, "Well, here we are." So you know, he goes like, yeah, you know, he just goes, "Stay safe out there. It gets a bit dangerous."
Don't worry, mate. I came out here to hunt, so as you can see, loaded for bear.
He kind of chuckles a little bit and starts towards the house.
Alright, let's see. As he's moving away, but still within earshot, I will pull up the my comm and say into it what he's said about the extent of his property and the Imperials, and just act as if I'm just warning off a couple of fellow hunters of bad pastures. And then I am going to get on my Opie and go down the road away from this place. Very obvious. I walk away and the house spontaneously explodes. And I put on a pair of sunglasses.
And make a point of not looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Don't even look at it.
Alright. Cool. So we kind of like horizontal wipe back to Raize and Korto, who have made their way to the top of the ridge and can now see down out across. And like you see maybe 2 or 3 k's out in the distance, there's kind of a large canyon like running its way across the land, which seems a bit strange because you can't see any water that would have cut that. But hey, Star Wars. Fuck geology. Cool. So you kind of see like this large canyon kind of like working its way across the land, and like a lot of other kind of there's kind of like Death Valley type spires and stuff kind of ringing around this canyon, and further off into the distance, pretty much as far as you can see.
Korto will reach into his pack and he's going to take out his scanner goggles that he got from the quartermaster on the ship.
Sure.
And he'll just do a scan around. He'll look for either like any patrols or any activity or any structures, basically. Just a scout perception.
Cool. Yeah. Can you roll me a perception then?
Yep. And
It's probably the things that you could sense living are probably out of range of your power. So.
Oh yeah. I'm just doing visual perception right now.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, I'm not ready to risk the conflict just yet. Thanks for tempting me, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is there any setback or anything? Just too difficulty?
The goggles have night vision on them, don't they?
Yeah, it removes like 1 or 2 setback.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So there
It says
is
night vision. It provides night vision. You can see normally
so,
in dark conditions.
So yeah. So do they have zoom on them or anything? Or just...
Electro binoculars.
Yeah,
optical
sure.
enhancements.
So yeah, average.
Yeah.
Average.
Okay.
Yeah. So it would have been 1 setback for the darkness, but since you got the goggles on.
Okay. So that's a failure, but 2 advantages.
All right. So
I was looking for Imperial stuff. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah. So you know how like IR goggles pick out like all the kind of shapes and stuff. I'm thinking maybe these have kind of heat sensors on them.
Okay.
Like seems pretty plausible to me. So
Yeah,
those advantages.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those advantages. You don't see any patrols anywhere, but you do see kind of a large heat signature coming from inside the canyon.
Okay. For the advantage, can I spot a easier way for us to get down to that canyon? Or like
it's kind of like Shanks's pony to get down to the canyon, or
what does that mean?
uh,
Is that an Australian
I keep
thing?
forgetting. Not everyone's Australian.
I'm gonna write up.
I have no
I'm gonna
idea
write a
what
pony
you're
down.
talking about, and my passport says Australia, mate.
Yeah.
You spent half your life elsewhere. It doesn't count.
Hush now, child.
Walking.
Okay. So easy enough for a pony to get down there. All right.
I grew up in the country, so I got a lot of weird shit I say.
No problem. So I'll let Raaze know that I can't currently see any patrols or anything like that, but I do see a heat signature from inside the canyon. It could be where they've concealed the facility. We'll need to get closer.
I would inquire to Korto about distances, like what kind of range are we looking at from where we are to the heat signature, from the top of the canyon to the bottom canyon, and kind of like, triangulate.
Yeah, you can't. Where you're standing from, you can't really see the bottom of it, but you can see, from what you can see, it's maybe 30 meters down. You can see maybe 30 meters down of it. You can't see any kind of visual signs there.
So I'll say it looks like an easy climb down and a straight walk across to the canyon. Are we exposed, or is there like ways we can conceal our way across?
Yeah, you can kind of move in between the pillars that are kind of between you and the canyon. So
Okay. Definitely we want to maintain as much stealth as possible, especially after overhearing the conversation with Capo and the rancher.
Cool.
Yeah, I would note to Korto that I would want to get into range, rifle range, basically, where I could cover him and let him make his way forward from there on his own to get a closer eyeball on things with cover and with kind of a overwatch.
Cool.
Okay, that's fine with me.
So is Capo going back to the town now, or is he looping around trying to rendezvous?
So what I'm basically intending to do is go far enough away that the farmhouse can't see me anymore. Then I am going to try and find any other public road or forest or anything like that, and see if I can track or see signs of convoys or heavy movement of vehicles, that sort of thing.
All right,
Just
sure. Roll me a
to
survival.
the outside. Sure.
Roll me survival with a setback, which gets cancelled by your ability, so it's okay.
I am so happy I remembered that.
You could flip a destiny point, Steven.
That's okay. This is
do all of the things.
all right. Cool.
Awesome.
All right. So you find kind of evidence of heavy trucks coming out from the direction. Like they look like they've been coming out from the direction of the ridge. So maybe they're kind of like, because there's a lot of like disturbed dust, even though there's no tracks or anything. You can kind of see where they've disturbed the dust, and it's kind of piled up on either side of the truck.
Coming from the ridge, not
coming
back
from
to the ridge?
coming from the kind of general direction of the ridge.
Right. Okay. I calm this to the guys and just go. Boss, looks like we've got heavy regular Imperial traffic coming from near your location. Just heads up.
I would acknowledge that.
And I'm. Oh, sorry. Yep.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say the other thing I'd be looking for is signs of regular patrol routes.
Yeah, I think Raize would con back in to him and say, find yourself a way around, or find yourself a way through. See how far you can get in on those before you run into patrols. We need to figure out kind of what kind of patterns we've got in terms of that traffic. See if there's a way that you can figure that out.
Roger, boss. Are we still on Capo, or are we switching back to Raize and Korto?
Cool. Cool. No, we'll switch back to Raize and Korto.
Which is not a good sign.
We'll switch back to Raize and Korto.
Okay. Korto's before when Korto moves, I just want to put it on record that I'm totally happy to do an active stealth roll at any point.
Cool. It shouldn't be right now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. That one was a capo roll there.
Okay.
Cool. So, Korto and Raize, are you just making your way down to where you saw the heat signature, or?
Yeah, Raize is gonna. He said he's gonna take the Overwatch, and when he's in position, I'll start to climb down and make my way across to the canyon.
Yeah, just to clarify that as well. Like, would I be able to stay at the top of the canyon and have that Overwatch, or would I just have to go down at least partially or right to the bottom?
You've got a pretty clear shot. I mean, it's quite extreme range out towards the canyon. Like, it's maybe 2 or 3 kilometers.
Yeah.
So it's a fair shot if you're overwatching from there. But you're a sniper, you can probably do it. So you'd probably be pretty comfortable taking Overwatch over this.
Okay. What I might do is maybe I would parallel him once he reaches the bottom. Maybe I would parallel him across the top of the canyon for a bit to find the best kind of location to shoot from.
All right, cool. Yeah, you find like kind of the ridge kind of comes out in a kind of T shape and follows out maybe maybe 700 meters out towards the canyon before it kind of comes to more of a kind of steep drop down the side. You got a reasonable expectation of visual coverage there.
Excellent.
Cool. So cool, Korto.
Yep.
You're kind of like sneakily making your way through.
Yeah. So I'm still gonna keep the scanner goggles on and move stealthily towards the heat signature.
All right. Cool. So you kind of sneak your way through kind of quietly. Cool. So you get maybe maybe 1.5 kilometers towards where you saw the heat signature in the canyon. Can you make me a stealth roll?
Absolutely. It would be my pleasure.
So yeah, two reds and a purple, but you also get 2 boosts because it's night.
Okay. Sorry, that was two reds and a purple?
Yep.
Okay. So I've got my sleight of mind talent, so I'll add 1 more blue to that.
Cool.
And, okay. Okie dokie. Wish me luck, guys. Oh, failure and a threat. Are you kidding me? With 3 blues?
All right.
Shenanigans. I call shenanigans.
All right. Raize, can you roll me a perception check?
I would certainly be happy. Against what difficulty?
Hang on, I'll just get the right card out. Against 3 purple.
Okay.
Those reds are badass, man.
Three purple and two setback, unless you got something that can kind of counter the darkness.
Nope. Though I do have a destiny point that I'm going to flip.
All right.
Maybe I should have done that too, actually.
Yeah.
In retrospect.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh.
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 It's not a good start for the night.
Cool.
That is not
All right,
good.
so you do not see what's going to happen. Like you see movement out of the corner of your eye, and you immediately like shift like 90 degrees kind of thing. So you're looking completely the wrong way as this happens.
As this happens.
As this happens.
All right.
Can I hear the screaming from the top of the canyon?
All right.
No screaming yet.
Cool. So.
Let's find out who's screaming, me or them.
All right.
Capo stubbed his toe.
Good thing I've got a rank in vigilance.
All right. Cool. So. All right. Cool. So like you're kind of like slowly making your way along, and all of a sudden you just hear this, like off in the distance. Off in the distance as a bolt hits like right to the side of you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
There's a blaster bolt right next to me.
You see like a bolt hit the dust next to you. As you make your way around one of the columns.
So my immediate thought as Korto would be, if I can even guess which direction that came from, knowing what's around me right now, would I be able to immediately dive for some kind of cover?
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be my first thing to do.
Ooh, actually, you got a threat and he got an advantage. Alright, okay, you don't know what direction it came from. But
So
you
just
are
something blasted at my feet.
Yeah, you're like, I mean, you were just caught completely unaware by it, so you're not entirely sure where it's come from.
Okay, I'm going to use my force power then. There's no chance this. Can I know anything about the blaster bolt itself? Like, would I know it came from a rifle or a pistol or something like that?
The sound you heard was from a fair way away, so it probably came from a rifle.
Okay, then I'm not going to use my power. How do you want to handle this? Where I'm going to still basically rush for cover, and I'm going to take my chances. I don't know how you want to do that mechanically. I'm going to just follow an instinct, basically.
Roll me a force die. Why not?
Okay. Just a raw force die, nothing else?
Yeah.
Sense safety.
Yeah.
It's a good dice for luck.
Yes,
Cool.
light side.
All right. So I mean,
Force is with me?
you kind of make a judgment call and just like dive behind the pillar you've just come from.
Okay.
Cool.
Situation update. What the hell's going on, Korto?
Shots fired. Shots fired, Sarge. I don't know where.
Would I have heard the blaster bolt from where?
Can you make me a survival check? Let's assume.
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Let's assume you follow.
How many difficulties?
We'll say 2 because you're just following tracks at this point. So.
Alright.
All right. So you lost.
I
the
hear
track.
something.
All right. So you lost the track, but you've come up on the other side. Like you've come up on like the opposite end of the ridge. So you're kind of on the other side, and you hear what you might think is a blast. What you might think is a blaster.
Just a crack in the night.
Yeah.
Drop to the ground.
Like
That's what we're all doing.
Yeah, it's a long way off.
Oh.
It's a long way off, but it's echoed. It's echoed through the whole. Echoed over the top of the ridge.
I have my macro binoculars, I think. Hold on. I do have macro binoculars. I use my macro binoculars from
Cool.
my lying position.
Alright, cool.
Trying to figure out where people are and where this shot came from.
Alright, can you roll me a perception check? against 3 purple.
I'm really looking forward to the sniper versus sniper game that's going to happen right now. Raize, this is your time.
Yeah.
If you shoot him through the sniper sight, his sniper sight, I believe they give you a medal.
Nice.
Shoot
Got
him in
enough,
the eye.
got enough pieces of
That
metal in
was
my
that was
jacket.
perception, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was 3 purple.
Yep.
Come on. Yeah. Advantage, not success.
All right, cool. So you kind of scan across the valley, and you're not entirely sure. You see lots of good places for snipers, but you can't see anything in the darkness in front of you. All right. Cool. I'm just gonna.
So hearing the response from Korto, I would be on the comms to him saying, let me know what you see, give me your eyes, give me a shot, kind of thing. And I think I might key over to Capo and say, Capo, how close to you as well?
Korto, what's your perception?
1 yellow and 2 green. Shall I roll for it? And flip a destiny point?
Alright, cool. Alright, so you hear kind of you hear a crunching nearby.
Okay, now I'm going to use my power. For sure. If I don't know what direction that crunching is coming from, I'm going to use my power. Alright. So I got 2 light sides, so I can definitely sense any living things within short range band of me.
Alright, cool. So you kind of your feelings kind of lock you right in on a pillar maybe 20 meters away from you in the direction you were going.
Okay. One entity, one being?
You can feel 2.
2. Okay, I'm going to report in to Raize and say I've got 2 incoming 20 meters from my current position.
I'm going to try to locate that
I'm going to move to engage.
through the scope.
I'm going to stealth one more time to try to move from my current position.
Alright, cool. And then I'll let you do that, and then we'll go into initiative.
Yeah, I basically want to try to be not where they think I am, and if possible, try to get around into a better position where I can go after them.
Yeah. So this will be 2 green, 1 yellow.
2 green, 1 yellow.
Yeah.
2 purple, 1 red.
2 purple, 1 red.
Oh yeah, sorry. I was thinking about it from this.
I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not.
I know my stealth, and that's
Yeah.
fine.
I might flip a destiny point here, guys, because of that red.
Sure.
You guys okay with that? Okay. Ryan, can you flip it for me? Because I actually can't see them right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Done.
Okay, here we go. Wow. So I failed to
But
be
a triumph.
stealthy, but I got an advantage and a triumph.
Cool. So they know exactly where you've gone, or they know. How about they know that you're not there anymore? That can be the advantage.
They've heard me move, basically, because I failed to be stealthy, so they heard me move.
Yeah, but you got the triumph. So what do you want to do with that?
I'd like to use it in some way that I can attack them.
All right, cool. Do you want to use it to move up the top of the initiative order? Or?
Yes. What's the range band? Their distance from me right now. Can I?
They're kind of
move to engage them?
short range, but you can't see them, but you know where they are because of that power.
Okay. So I'd like to do that. I'd like to go to the top of the initiative order.
All right, cool.
Yeah, let's do that. I want to get the jump on them.
All right, cool. All right, cool. Everybody else can roll the initiative. Capo, you're kind of at extreme range. Do you have any Do you have any long range weapons for this one? Or?
1 second.
My last thing on the radio would be to Raize, moving to engage.
Copy that. Draw them out if you can.
Yep.
Nope.
Listen to the sounds of combat.
Well, nice. Same roll as Steve.
And I'll have my vibro sword out too while I'm moving.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
Cool or vigilant?
You'd probably be. Oh, you can probably choose whichever's good for you. Cool. Because you're far enough away that it doesn't really make a difference. Dev, can you just roll me one? Because I'll move you up the top.
Initiative?
Never mind. Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
I'll hand wave it. Cool. Let's see. Cool. Cool. So yeah, Dev.
Yep. So my maneuver is by movement. So I'm going to go from short range to engaged. I'm going to rush them.
Yep.
And is there any difference between them as I'm approaching that would make me choose one or the other? Or just attack the closest one to me.
Oh, they're kind of like you come around and you see two scout troopers, like behind the pillar.
Mm-hmm.
So like they've both got what have they got? They've both got their blaster pistols drawn.
Okay, I'm gonna rush in on the first one and swing my vibro sword at him, coming out of the darkness like a savage beast.
All right, cool. Right, roll me a melee attack.
Okay, what standard difficulty or?
Yeah, two purple for melee.
Okay. A success and an advantage.
Cool.
So that'll be 6 damage.
How much pierce on a vibro?
Oh yeah, pierce 2. Sorry.
Pierce 2.
Yeah, pierce 2, 6 damage. So the blade just like cuts right into this guy. I don't know how much damage it does, but it just bites in nice and deep.
Alright, cool. Alright, so you kind of. Alright, so the scout trooper kind of. You're pretty sure he's making a sound like he's gritting his teeth as he kind of like. You get him in the arm, and he just kind of like pulls it away from him, and like brings his blaster pistol to bear on you.
He's pretty strong, man.
Cool. So.
Okay, so the advantage. Can I say that from my angle of attack, I'm positioned so that he's between me and the other guy?
They're a minion group, so.
Okay.
Yeah, they're a minion group, so they kind of attack together.
Okay, can I just take a boost then?
Yeah, sure. Take a boost for that one. Cool. All right, so he brings up his blaster and just trains it right on you.
Okay.
All right.
Ouch.
Cool. All right, so.
There you go, Sarge. There's your mark.
Yep. Position has been trying it successfully.
All right, so that's
shoot once,
that's 7.
Shoot twice, and I know
7
exactly.
damage.
Yeah, 7 damage.
Okay.
So that one. All right, so we got a PC slot. So, Capo, you hear the shot. Like you hear that shot, and you're pretty sure where you heard it from that one.
You sure? I'm quite happy for Raize to take this, because Raize can actually attack something. All I can do is kind of cheerlead from the sidelines.
Fair play. Fair play. Yes, I am going to fire at the light source that I just saw.
All right, sure. We'll go.
Yeah.
We'll go long range. Okay,
I'm going to use my true aim.
Sure.
And I'm also going to use sniper shot, which will bring the range band down.
All right, cool.
Okay. So that should, if I'm not mistaken, that should give me 1 boost, and then that make it against 2 purple instead of the 3 for the long range.
Yeah. Can you give me a setback as well for the darkness?
Yep. I am the dark. All right. Here's to honor.
Counting on you, Sarge.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I'm loving that. So Korto's
Alright.
like, haha, motherfuckers. You're not the
That's,
only one sniper.
That's 14 damage.
Alright, that's enough to take both of them.
Wow. Double tap.
Yeah, I whisper in the mic, 1 shot, 2 kills.
Nice. Wow.
Never
Alright.
has 2 birds, 1 stone been so literal.
Alright, you're
I'm
gonna
just
hate
picking
what's
up
gonna
payback
happen
on the
here.
comm and say, you're not that much out of shape, looks like, Sarge. Good job. Still got
Alright,
the touch.
cool.
The eyes are the last thing to go, son.
Mhm.
Alright, cool. So you kind of let's see what happens here. Alright, cool. So Raize, you kind of as soon as you hear that, you're immediately greeted by a shot that just like hits right next to your arm.
Oops.
Cool. So that kind of like kicks up a bit of dust and is going to give you a setback next turn.
Alright, Capo, get your ass into this.
Alright, cool. And it is Capo's turn.
I'm gonna say
Well,
one thing. Remember, this is a recon mission.
I'm not the one that got let off the leash, or let me off the leash. I am the one who got let off the leash. Did I see where the blaster bolt that shot at Raize came from?
Sure. Roll me a perception.
This is really cool. I like this kind of scenario right now.
What setback?
Do you have night vision? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you have night vision. I'm pretty sure you said you had night vision.
I definitely have tracking. I don't know if Rodians have night vision, actually. Sorry. I'll just need to check that.
Humans certainly don't. Hence why I need the scanner goggles.
It doesn't look like they have night vision. That's okay.
They
So
don't?
can you
Okay.
can you just roll me a hard perception with a setback?
I am an expert tracker. Sure. Setback, so 1 black, and that was 3 purple.
3 purple. Yeah.
Sorry.
Actually, no. I'll make it 2 purple because I'll make it 2 purple and black.
So 2 purple, 1 black, and
Yeah.
perception. Cool. No successes, but I have many advantages.
And a failure,
So
unfortunately.
I fail spectacularly. I actually don't know what to
fail
do with
in an
that.
awesome way.
You failed to see the guy you're looking for, but you saw 5 other ones.
Cool. So what do you want to do with all of that? So you kind of caught off guard because it seemed like as soon as Raize took his shot, like there was return fire.
Sure. What could I use those advantages for?
Do you want to take an extra maneuver and just run like shit to
I
even
can
try and get much?
So you see a
I
shot
have
in your direction?
lots of strain to use, so let's sprint like a madman.
Alright, so no, you don't have to take any strain because the maximum you can do in 1 turn is 3 maneuvers.
Okay.
But you can use that to run and use the advantage from that to take the 3rd maneuver. That's fine.
I'm in for that. I sprint towards Korto's position because he would be the one where we know where the enemies are.
Cool. So you get into like medium range of him.
Which means I can shoot the enemies. Is there an enemy room? No, there's 2 dead, aren't there?
Yeah, both of those are dead.
Yeah.
2 dead scout troopers.
Alright.
Korto, do you have a med pack? Because you've been shot, haven't you?
I don't have a med pack. I thought I had a stim pack. I don't know. Maybe I didn't use it. No, yeah, I don't think so. Nope.
Okay, I have several stim packs.
Right.
How's your medicine? Would you be able to use it if I tossed it to you?
Yeah.
Stimpaks you don't need medicine checks for. So.
Oh, I take advantage of my newfound arm and chuck a stim pack.
Just to clarify, do I know this is Capo, or like just some like figures running at me out of the darkness and then throws something at me in the darkness? Just to clarify, I know this is him.
I do com this.
Yeah, I'm assuming you.
Stim pack incoming. Look.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna catch it and pop it on my next turn.
All right. So I'll say that was Capo. Like I'll say Capo used 2 slots for that one because that throw would have been an action.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So I mean, it's a PC slot next anyway because you killed the two guys in front of you.
Can I jump into some cover and pop the stim pack?
Yeah, sure. It's fine.
Okay. Do you want me to stealth for the hiding, or?
No, he's not really focused on you right now.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do a stim pack.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. He's probably keeping track of your general location, so he knows about where you are. Yep, he spotted Raaze, so he's going to take another shot.
Bring it.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Didn't they make a movie about this? Sniper versus sniper?
Alright, he does shit a lot.
Shit a lot.
Oh, man.
Oh, actually, no, he can't fire it this turn.
Oh,
Never mind. Never mind, he can't fire it.
Slow loading? He's got the
He
slow
can't fire
loading.
it, so he's going to move around. Sorry. Who's got the highest perception?
I have
yellow, 2 green.
2 yellows and a green.
There you go.
3 green. So, not me.
Alright, and I'm going to
Surprisingly, sniper has the highest perception.
Should.
Yeah, for sure. Makes sense
Alright,
to me.
I'll give you guys a boost because you're all kind of looking for this guy. Shit. Alright.
Oh, man.
He tried to move away from where he was. But you kind of see a guy kind of rappelling down the side of one of the things.
Nice. I want to shoot him while he's moving.
Alright. Sure.
I'm fine with the setback. Yeah, I'm fine with the setback. I just want to shoot him while he's moving.
So he's long range. He's long range from you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cool.
He's got huge advantages.
Yeah. True aim.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's just gonna dump all the setbacks into that. Like he's gonna use. He's gonna give you 2 setbacks from that one because he's just on the run.
Perfect.
So,
Raaze is kind of under his breath whistling the Imperial theme song.
Dun, dun, dun,
Back in his
dun,
day.
dun.
And you can see a little kind of smile raise up as he kind of takes in a half breath, lets out another breath, flips a destiny point,
Nice.
and fires.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
See you later, alligator.
Alright. Do you want to narrate that one?
Yeah. So Raaze sees this guy kind of doing the rappel down the mountain, and he can see the pattern already, and it's just been calculated like instantly in his head, and he's still got this little whistle, and then as soon as he just stops the whistle, he goes, and the blaster fires off, hits the guy right as he's kind of in the arc of his way out from the thing, blasts through his head, and his body just tumbles down and smashed onto the canyon floor.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Sure. Awesome. So you do that, and you see his rifle kind of slide out, maybe 5 meters away from where he is, just along the ground.
Korto, get that.
Yeah, and Korto's gonna spit out the cap on the stim pack, and he's just ripped it out of his arm. He's like, "Yep, on it."
And then just kind of like almost ironically, I say, quietly.
He had good eyes, Sarge. I was quiet. He just had good eyes. Okay. Do I need to stealth over there?
No,
I'm just
there's
gonna
no
go.
one. There's no one around.
Alright, so I'll just go over and grab the rifle.
Yeah. So would I know what it is from the shot that hit beside me, like using my general knowledge of sniper institute?
It's a blaster sniper rifle with scope.
Ah.
Cool. So Hang on, do you want me to read out the stats or?
No, we can worry about that later.
All right.
I'm gonna toss it to Capo. And
Yeah.
because like I can't sneak around very well carrying a big giant sniper rifle.
Yeah. So yeah, it's damage 10, crit 3, range extreme, accurate 1, cumbersome 3, pierce 2, slow firing 1.
What were the other two holding? They just blaster carbine.
Yeah, they had light blaster pistols.
Damn, they did a lot of damage for a light blaster pistol.
Yeah, damage 5. So
yeah,
like I mean, they can't shoot very far with them. So
no frags.
Yeah, you find 1 frag in amongst them.
You've already got frags, right, Capo?
You can always
One
do
or
more.
two. One or two.
Okay.
You know,
I might
for a
take
rainy
a
day.
frag with me just in case I need to flush someone out from a darkened
Actually,
canyon.
yeah, I only have 2. I used up the rest of them.
Do you want a third one, or is it okay if I grab it?
Yeah, go for it. We've got the thermal detonator, don't we?
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay, so I'll just grab that. And can I keep the stim pack?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, you guys should be happy you did not get hit by that rifle. It was quite hard.
Yeah. And seeing what Raaze's rifle did, I realized I don't want to be hit by any sniper rifle ever.
Yeah,
I think
kind of terrifying.
you've just got the blaster rifle, don't you, Raaze? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just the talents.
Blaster rifle or blaster carbine? Because that's
blaster
carbines are the
Oh yeah. Yeah, but it's
Crap, he's got 4 yellows on his.
it's
range
all
carbine.
those it's all those goddamn talents that the sniper tree gets, that the sharpshooter gets. So
I just have this wonderful
my
image of a
experience
sniper being in the position with this snub blaster cart stormtrooper carbine just lining up the shot across the belt.
I had the barrel replaced. It's been tooled.
Alright.
And they've been schooled.
Nice.
Alright, cool. So what are you guys going to do from here?
I'll point out to Raaze that their patrols are on speeder bikes. If they got a signal off, we're going to have company real soon.
Is there any comms gear on the scouts? That we can,
Apart from the short range stuff in their helmets, you don't see anything.
Can you check those helmets, Korto, and see if you can crack their signal?
yeah, can I do anything there to break into their communications?
Yeah, like the stuff they have in their helmets, it's like they would have had to have pulled out their comm links in order to report anything, but you didn't hear them kind of talking into them. So you know, like the short range stuff in their helmet is so they can talk to each other.
Can I make a check around the area to see if there's any more, again, like, do we see any activity coming, that kind of thing?
Sure. Can you make me, like, you're up on the ridge, so you can make me a perception check for that. Yeah, that's fine.
So just
Any
for the
setbacks?
subject of the.
So yeah, probably 2 purple with a setback.
So I'll
Can I
take
help?
one of the scout comms, and I'll give the other scout comm from the other trooper to Capo.
Yeah, you guys are probably too low to be able to see much useful stuff.
Okay, 4 success, 2 threat.
All right, 4 success, 2 threat. Cool. So, you kind of see speeder bikes off in the distance, like over the other side of the canyon, moving, like kind of sweeping across your vision. And you also down the other side, like near where Capo's come from, you see another set of speeder bikes coming up the other side of the ridge.
And I think
As
that
well.
basically they're all moving in our direction based on the combat we just went through.
Oh, they're not moving towards you. They look kind of like they're just doing wide arcs around the base.
All right. Capo and Korto, can you locate their speeder bikes? And Capo, can you possibly figure out the trajectory of this patrol route, and we could maybe use their route and be kind of in the other part of the triangle and never meet them?
Gotcha, boss. You wouldn't happen to know whether it'd be better if they never found these bodies, would you?
I say that as you're doing that, Korto, maybe there's been an animal attack.
I'm not feeling very hungry at the moment, Sarge.
I say, figure it out or make him disappear.
Okay, so I'll take out my vibro knife. I'll put my sword away and take out my knife, and I'm just basically gonna. I won't go into too much detail, but I'm basically gonna start carving up their corpses to make it look like an animal attack, just like they've been rended and torn apart by something like a mountain cat or something.
Sure. That's fine.
So I'm looking for the direction they're going. That's what you.
Yeah, the idea being the speeder bikes, and then if you can calculate the control or the patrol routes based on what you saw before, we should be able to have one patrol here and the other patrol will be the one patrol.
If you give me that information of where they go. Yep. Stephen, how do you want me to roll that?
It can be tracking. That's fine. You good at that?
Yep, but what difficulty? What all that?
We'll just say average difficulty.
Cool.
And the setback is removed because talents, racial traits. Cool.
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh.
So, Capo?
Fail me tracking.
Alright, cool.
I've got patterns, but nothing. Like, I've got directions, but no pattern.
So the way I kind of see this is that the dust here it's more compacted into the ground, so it's not getting disturbed when they ride their speeder bikes over the top of it.
Right.
Makes sense.
Speeder bikes are hard to track, yeah.
So I would call down to Capo then and say, okay, if we can't figure out the patrols, then let's at least set up these speeder bikes for a quick exit while Korto goes in and gets us more information.
Do we have speeder bikes now?
I'm assuming they came in on speeder bikes, these guys that are
nice.
near us. That's why I was asking you to look for the bikes and the patterns.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. I thought that was just a general in case we need to run thing.
So I'm going to reply on the comm that I'm going to take one of the scout comm links with me, and I gave the other one to Capo. So if there's any communications, we might be able to intercept it.
Sure.
But I'm going to go dark on mine, like turn my scout comm link off, so maybe Capo can listen to his, because I'm going to be approaching closer for stealth reasons. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Cool. So you're just going to kind of wander up to the canyon, or?
I'll wait for Raaze and Capo to get into their positions where they want to be when I do this, and then I'll continue stealth moving towards the edge of the canyon to see what's down there.
So was Capo able to discover any transportation, like any speeder bikes or whatever these guys came in on, or had they walked out of the canyon? Or?
Yeah, sure. You find the speeder bikes like a short distance away. It looks like they might have seen Korto coming from a while off and parked them like way out of sight.
Cool. Did they have keys on them, or can we just set these things up?
If an Ewok can start.
Oh yeah, that's.
If an Ewok can start.
Don't forget, Ewoks also certified ATST technicians, so smart little guy. Just as a general question too, is it possible to hot mic comlinks, as in just hold down the transmission and then just jam up the frequency with an open comlink? Do they work like radios, basically?
Yeah. So you just want to post white noise on this channel?
Yeah, basically.
Then they might switch channels though, and then we might not have any advantage.
Oh no, I want to know whether we have the option to do so.
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
I can't see why you wouldn't. But yeah, well, computers and communications in Star Wars are kind of notoriously shit, and so the act of hacking a computer is actually physically going into the wires and jamming something in between. So I can't see any reason why you couldn't jam up the communications just by holding a radio on talk.
Nice.
Cool. All right. So you guys wiped out the patrol in this region, so you're relatively unmolested. Korto, you do hear kind of scratching and stuff as you're moving along, but you can't see anything obvious as you're moving up.
does it concern me that it's not natural, the sounds I'm hearing, or are they natural sounds that I'm hearing?
They sound small around you, so they don't really set off your danger sensors.
Okay. Like, yeah, if I just think I'm hearing like normal nighttime animals, then I won't be
essentially.
concerned. If I feel like
Yeah.
it's something more sinister than that, then I'd like to stop and do something.
Yeah, you don't feel anything too sinister. You're pretty sure it's just animals kind of scurrying around.
Cool.
Capo, grab us some dinner.
Get tracking and hunting. Do I need to roll stealth for approaching the lip of the canyon?
Nah, you're pretty much right. I'm just trying to find the freaking speed bike stats. It probably wouldn't come in handy, but that's fine. I'll find them later. Cool. So, cool. So you come up on the ridge. How do you approach? Just like on your belly, looking over the top, or?
Yeah, if I'm exposed and I can't just move from cover to cover all the way to the edge, then yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go prone and again just try to move very slowly as it takes. Full stealth mode, especially after the incident with the patrol.
Sure.
And the snipers. I'm really worried about more snipers and spotters and things like that. So I'm going to move really slowly.
Sure. So you kind of like crawl, like pull yourself up on your stomach to look over the edge of this.
Yeah, with my cloak all over me, my black cloak.
Yeah. Yeah. You're trying to keep close to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Make it look like you're meant to be there. Can you roll me a perception check?
Yeah.
Setbacks are eliminated because you're a goggles. So just an average one for this.
Okay. So I was looking for Imperial things or the facility. I did not see that, but I saw 2 advantages.
Alright. So, I mean, you can't freaking miss the big thing in front of you. So this perception was just for like minor details, not worry about it.
Okay.
So the major thing, as you look over the top of the thing, you see kind of a landing pad that goes like a large kind of shuttle-sized landing pad in the middle of the canyon, maybe about 80 meters down the cliff face, which is attached to a gantry that seems to go into a dug-in kind of area. Cool. And so you kind of you kind of see kind of on the opposite ridge, you see like a group of speeder bikes, like three scout troopers on speeder bikes, kind of speed across the canyon on the other side, looking like they're maintaining their patrols.
What's giving off the heat signature that I saw from far away?
Yeah, you can kind of see, like you can see that it's bleeding out from the cliff face on the other side of the canyon.
So I would surmise that something's built into the cliff face.
Yeah.
That's what's giving off the heat. Okay. Yeah. So I'll report those details back over the call.
I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but what was our primary mission here again?
No, we're gathering intel. First, we're supposed to make sure that the facility exists.
Yeah.
And then at some point, we're supposed to go in. Like, I remember I got a syringe or something like, no, what am I doing?
We did get
supposed to take
specific
somebody?
instructions not to blow it up. I remember
supposed
that.
to go in. I
was
got
targeted
blinders.
that day.
Somebody or get something. Sorry, I still don't remember what it was.
There was wasn't it a scientist? Like,
Yeah.
I've got binders. I'm supposed to get somebody out. I'm supposed to go in and get somebody out.
Oh, no, that was because we asked if we can get someone out, what do we do? Like, is that cool? Can we bring someone back?
Okay, that's not the
if it
official mission.
arises? Yeah.
So yeah, so it's fully intel gathering, but if there's
Yeah.
possible extraction for intel, we do it. Okay. Just wanted to verify.
So I'll while we're talking on the comms, I'll say we verified that the facility is here. There's a shuttle pad, blah blah blah, all the stuff that Stephen described. How do you want to proceed? Since we did take out one patrol, they'll be more alert and there'll be more security the next time we come here. Do you want to proceed forward or fall back and report in to command?
I would say you're at the front line, so you can see what you can see. Would you think that a direct movement would be best, or should we try to do kind of a circumnavigation around the facility to see all points?
So I would describe that what we're seeing is only a small portion of the facility itself, and I'd describe that what I'm seeing through the scanner goggles is that there's the majority of the facility has actually been built into the cliff face, basically, and it's been camouflaged, and that's what's giving off the big heat signature that we saw. This is just basically the entry, the shuttle pad, and then the dugout that goes into the actual facility. So we don't know, it's big, but we don't know what's there, other than that it exists.
What do you see for traffic in there? Anything?
Unless the information has changed from Stephen, I see no activity down in the ridge at this time.
Do you see many many ways in and out, or is there only one way in and out?
Stephen, it looks like there's just one way into the bunker, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what a gantry is, but I'm assuming it's like something into a bunker.
It's like a walkway.
Okay.
It's like a walkway. You know the kind of have you ever played Jedi Knight?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you know that thing where you're fighting the guy that he's got his legs cut off. And it's kind of like over the top of that canyon.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
It's just a tiny one-person walkway way up in the air.
Yeah, not one person. It's maybe four or five people wide. Yeah, similar kind of thing.
Okay. So elevated walkway, basically. And then that goes into the, not into the ground, but it goes into the cliff side?
Yeah, it goes into the cliff face.
Okay.
Okay, what's
then
your assessment on getting in?
Yeah.
What's your percentage of?
So the canyon kind of extends below it, and you can kind of see the bottom in the darkness, maybe 100, 150, 160 meters down.
If we go in through that entrance, that's going to be loud.
And blind. We'll be going in blind. I think we need, if we
We just
really
tore up the
intend,
uniforms, didn't we?
yeah, if we intend to go in, then I think we need to ambush another patrol to get some information. And at least leave one alive for information purposes. Find out what we're walking into. And like Capo just suggested, we can use uniforms if necessary. If we decide to go in that way.
We didn't find out if there was any Imperial liaison or connection or anything out like that in the town, did we?
The rancher seemed to know the most about the Imperials. He suggested that some of them were hiding in plain sight.
We
So,
did. I'm just
that's
wondering
something to be
whether it
concerned
might
about,
be
too.
worth our while to kind of wait for an official to do something in town or find a bar where the troops hang out, that sort of thing, and then just jump whoever seems most senior. Because if we go in there, it's going to be loud.
Yeah, I don't think we can go in right now with what we know. I think if to do something more tonight, without going back to town, we'd have to ambush one of the other patrols and get information from one of them.
I think we should start with that. Let's take one down and figure out for the next one from there.
Because they're already going to know, when the other patrol fails to check in, they're already going to know that someone was here doing something.
Yeah.
So there's no point in
Ties
not
behind.
ambushing them. And if we get nothing from them, or it doesn't look good, then we can fall back to town and try and make a new plan.
Yeah. So Capo, you don't know the patterns, but you had a general sense of where they are.
I know
where's their
the
best spot.
directions that they were going, and if they follow a circular, and at the very least, if they follow a circular search pattern, then somebody's going to come around where we are again. But I think our best bet is if we've got a rope or bit of cord or something, string it across.
Just like the Ewoks did it.
Yeah, except I'm not an Ewok, so I'm thinking, oh god, we have to take them alive, don't we? God damn it. Okay.
Only one, though.
Scratch-
We only have to take one
Scratch
alive.
neck level. We're not putting it neck level.
Chest level, knock them off the bikes, and then
Yeah.
jump them.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. What's your assessment on where we can do this without being in sight of other patrols or other Imperials?
Well, Stephen, when I was looking at the patrol routes, I didn't see a pattern, but I did see directions. were any of the patrols going through a gully, a set of trees, I don't know, a canyon, a dried up river beds, anything?
Sure. Like you saw one kind of crossing kind of a makeshift bridge over the canyon. It was maybe 500, 600, 700 meters down the side of the thing, or down the side of the, like off to the side from where you were. One of the patrols, the one further off, kind of that Raize saw over this way. It was kind of in a, it was going across plains, but the other one was kind of, they were going through like bouldered areas and like there were a few of those pillars as well that they seem to be going through.
Can we triangulate, like where, based on, because we've all spotted different groups or different positions and they're moving, can we triangulate a possible path that we can figure out between our various information? If Capo saw them in one spot, Raize saw them in another spot, I just saw them now moving.
Do you have a data pad?
I have a hand scanner, not a data pad. Well, we have one of us has the data pad. One of us has the data pad from the commander. We got a data pad with the planetary information, right? Did we leave that on the ship, or would we take that with us?
We would have taken it, I suppose. If it's a personal data pad, it wouldn't make sense to leave it. We could use the short-range communicators to call in, like a spotted lone traveler or something like that. That would definitely draw at least a patrol to a specific area that we would be able to control.
I think also, so too. Use the comlinks.
Yeah.
The comlinks.
Also, as a Hail Mary option, if we think there's a back entrance to the base, we could very easily find out where it is by setting the thermal detonator at the base of that walkway.
I'll give you a hint. Speeder bikes can't fly.
That's my point. You blow up a strut for the base of that front entrance, and suddenly any other entrances become their main entrance and exit.
It's also very loud.
But that's the thing.
It is very loud.
That thing's set down into the canyon, maybe 60 or 70 meters down into the canyon.
That's going to kick the hornet's nest, and I don't know if we're ready for a swarm of hornets right now.
Yeah, I'm just being speeder bikes can't fly, so that probably isn't where they came from.
So that's what I was thinking. If we can like pool our information of what we saw, all the different places we saw them moving, if we can kind of triangulate that and guess the possible pathways that they have and where they could have been coming from, what their patrol pattern is.
Listening to the suggestions from both Capo and Korto, you would say, unless anybody has a better idea, I think we should try the full stealth option first as Plan A. Plan B, we'll call them and see if we can get them to come to us. And Plan C, we'll get more dressed.
Knock on the door.
Yeah.
With a thermal detonator.
If we have to go with Plan B, from talking with that Twi'lek guy, the Imperials want him gone. So if we called in a report that the Twi'lek had crossed into our territory, chasing one of his goats, we'd get a small patrol, but we would guarantee that they'd be where we said that this guy had crossed.
Yeah. Affirmative.
That's a good plan.
And they'd blame him.
Yeah. Let's try silent. Let's try silent first. But if it looks like that's not going to work in the next couple of hours, we'll do that before dawn.
If any of them come into extreme range from Raize, he can kind of pop a shot into one of the speeders too. That'll slow him down, make him stop, and then we can Capo and I can close in.
So you're trying to like figure out where they come from. Korto, can you roll me another perception check with a boost this time because you've kind of correlated all your information.
Okay. So 2 success and a threat.
Cool. Cool. So over the top, over the other side of the canyon, you see out in the distance, maybe about 200 meters back from the canyon edge, you see kind of a raised section of earth that just sticks out like a sore thumb.
Like it looks like rocks though, but it looks unnatural and unnatural formation.
Yeah. It looks like somebody's got a bulldozer and pushed all this stuff up over the top here.
Okay, so I'll get on the comms and say I think I've found something. There's definitely a suspicious rock formation over there. It could be it, and I'll just describe the location, the coordinates.
All right, let's start there.
Okay, am I going alone, or are you guys coming with me?
I think you should go ahead, Capo at medium, and I'll stay at long. So he's in support.
Okay, so I'll start to move stealthily from my current position to approach that position.
As do I.
Alright.
Longer range.
Alright, Korto, can you roll me a stealth check? You can have a boost for this one against 3 purples.
Okay, here we go again. Korto's thinking.
I'm gonna upgrade it on you too.
Nice.
Oh, damn it. So it's 3 purple and
upgrade red. 2 purple and a red, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 2 purple and a red.
Okay, 2 purple and a red. Oh boy. Okay, good thing I got Capo covering me. Here we go. Failure, an advantage, and a despair. That's just for the record, for all the viewers at home, this is the first time in my whole Star Wars career I rolled a despair. This is my first despair ever in Star Wars.
This is
I'm not happy about it.
Last one for the campaign.
This is going to be particularly evil. Alright, so the only way across the canyon that you can find where you're not going to have to climb down to the bottom and back up is that bridge that's like 5 to 700 meters off to the side. So you're kind of like halfway across when you hear it. You hear speeder bikes closing in on your location.
Okay, that's not so bad.
Cool. And before you know it, like they round a boulder and they're heading straight towards the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So can you roll me an athletics check to get out of the way of these? Capo, you're following
off the bridge. Is that what they're trying to do? So I'm in the middle of the bridge, and they're coming from both sides, in front of me and behind me.
So if the dice gods like you, you've got enough time to run. You've got enough time to run to either side of the bridge and get out of their way.
Okay.
If not, you're going to be hanging off the side of it.
I would like to flip a destiny point.
All right.
Before the GM can flip a destiny point.
I'm not going to flip a destiny. I'm not going to flip a destiny point in this one.
Okay. So Ryan, can you flip that for me?
Yep.
And okay, is it two purple, Stephen, for that?
They're kind of coming in fast.
So 3 reds.
It's going to be 3 purple.
3 purple. Okay.
But I'm not gonna.
Okay, that's athletics. All right, here we go. All right, so I do that, but there's 3 threats.
All right, cool.
I make it to the other side of the bridge.
Oh yes, okay. So you make it to the other side that you were heading for, but these scout troopers, like you need to dive, like you've never dived before, to get underneath these spikes as they go roaring over the top of you.
Like I'm diving out of an elevator shaft after a flashbang.
Essentially, yeah. Yeah. So like you kind of hit the deck as you reach the other side of the bridge. As these guys like they're trying to run you down because they've seen you at this point. Cool. So you can take. Can you take? I'll only give you 1 strain for that one.
Okay.
3 strains seems a bit excessive.
And the threat is I'm on the wrong side of the bridge from my friends.
Yeah. So you're cut off. Capo's following. Kind of. Like they haven't seen Capo yet. They've only seen.
Well, since it's clear that he's been seen, I'm going to set up and fire again.
All right.
Yeah, I've got my Viral Sword out too. As soon as I can stand up or whatever,
Alright.
whatever I'm doing.
Cool. Did you guys bring the speeder bike you found with you?
I was just moving stealthily.
No,
I
I'm pretty sure
I wouldn't drive a motorized vehicle.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
We have them nearby, but I
Yeah.
don't think we have them with us.
No.
All right. Cool. Cool. So, where's Raize? Sorry,
It's not cool, Steven.
Yeah.
Cool is a
Raize-
subjective and relative.
Raize is
term.
at long range from Korto.
All right. Cool. So you're kind of giving Overwatch on the edge of the canyon as he moved his way across the bridge.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Cool. So we might roll initiative. In all fairness, I did not expect the despair to come up. That was just a pleasant surprise.
That's my first despair ever, so I certainly wasn't expecting it either.
Nice. That was good.
Just vigilance or cool in my case.
Probably vigilance.
Yeah. How cool do you feel?
The other two, I'll give you a choice. The other, probably cool for Raize, and I'll give Capo a choice.
Two success and
I've already rolled for vigilance, so I'll just use that.
Your vigilance is only 1?
Yep.
you're not very alert.
It's a good roll
Damn
for 1.
cool. Damn
A
cool,
very
Capo.
low willpower.
That's why you peed on the speeder. Low willpower.
I'll take it, yeah. I've traded it for a colossal amount of athletics.
Nice. I'm just gonna grab a drink first. While he's looking that up.
I'm gonna promise you.
Yeah, I may do the same quickly.
Alright, cool.
To let you know too, Stephen, I will be firing at the speeder bikes.
Alright, that's not a problem. I think, yeah, they're silhouette too, so.
Let's see how the shiny new toy does.
Ooh, okay.
Is there anything mechanically different with this sniper rifle that I should know about?
Slow firing. So it's slow firing 1. So it needs
Yeah.
1 turn to cool down.
Yeah.
I believe it's...
Is that actually worth it at this point, given the health of the people that we're fighting?
Which is that?
I mean, currently with your carbine, you're pretty much one-hitting people.
Hmm.
Given that this would reduce you to 1 shot every 2 turns, I don't know whether it'd actually be worth it at this point.
Yeah,
To use it
sometimes
for-
it's just fun.
Yeah, it's flavorful.
I do agree with
that. You can't always just choose the most mechanically sound thing. I have a new toy. I have to see how it works.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Every single thing my character's ever done has been for a specific logical purpose. I don't agree with this showboating.
Nice. In this, it's kind of a 50-50 toss-up because in some ways Raize would definitely probably use his own gun because of the familiarity with it.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it could be argued that he would go for the...
Yeah, given that he's trained on it, yeah.
let's do percentile dice. We'll make it fun. Higher than 50, we'll use the new gun. Lower than 50, I'll use my regular gun.
Oh, dude, go for the new gun. You have shiny new shooty thing.
Well, I did say I would follow that, though, so I should follow it. So I'll use my gun. I'm familiar with it.
Alright.
It's a situation. I haven't had time to zero the scope in since
Actually,
the...
what's your brawn as well? Because this thing's got the cumbersome 3.
Oh, it's cumbersome. Okay, yeah, I'm only brawn 2.
Yeah, so I think I'd have to.
So probably I'd stick with mine. Then that would logically still make
Cumbersome
sense.
3. Yikes.
Yeah,
You have to have a wrong way to use it.
Listen, I have to get that cybernetic upgrade I'm looking for.
or increase your
Wrong game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you can still get cybernetics in this.
Yeah. No, he's thinking of his other character.
I'll have to inflict more crits. So maybe you'll lose your arm and have an excuse for it.
There you go.
Nice.
Cool. Cool. So we got 2 PC slots up first.
I will fire at speeder bike immediately.
And then I'll probably react to the speeder bikes.
Cool. So you're prone on the ground, Korto.
Okay.
I'm also prone.
Yeah.
In firing position.
Sure.
What would be the difficulty here?
You're kind of. You said you were long range.
Yeah, true aim sniper shot.
Cool. So yeah. So setback from the darkness as well.
Okay. Against the standard difficulty or?
Yeah, 3.
3. Okay.
For the long range. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd be tracking the bikes as they, waiting for that moment just as Korto gets out of the way. To try to take them down as close to Korto as possible without hitting him.
Sure.
Whoa!
Wow.
Oh, that's a lot of threat.
Yeah,
The 2 triumphs, though.
sniper.
I've never seen 2 triumphs in the same roll before.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
I've seen 3.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, cool. So what do you want to do with all that?
Well, I guess, yeah, first of all,
That's a lot of
that's
damage.
15 damage. And then, I guess, again, for one of the triumphs, for one of the triumphs, I think that like, how many speeders would there have been in that patrol?
There's 3 speeders in that patrol.
Okay, well, I think that the one would have careened off and hit the other 2, kind of thing. Like, so all 3 of the speeders would crash into each other.
All right. Okay. Cool. So how about this? Cool. So you see, like you kind of hit the control up the front of one of them, and like because he was arcing around and coming back, while the others had kind of come to a stop and turned around slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you hit this one that's kind of arced around, and he's lost control and slammed into one of the bikes. Slammed into one of the bikes that's kind of slowed right down, and that's kind of thrown. You see like wreckage just kind of like shred through the third guy's head, as the guy that was on the bike that just got hit gets thrown over the cliff, like thrown over the cliff face, while the third one kind of comes rolling to a stop. Like kind of rolling to a stop, and just, you kind of see him go to pick himself up before he kind of like falls back on the ground.
Awesome.
I have nothing to add to that, really.
Did we want one of them alive?
Yeah,
That's
I've
kind of
left
accidental.
one of them alive.
Oh, okay, cool.
Can I... So there's 2 that are bunched up, like they're kind of still like.
No, one's dead, one's over the cliff, and one's laying semi-conscious on the ground.
Yeah. So there was only the one group of 3.
Okay.
Two are dead. One's
Basically, none of them are in the fight.
ours. Yeah.
Yes.
It's over.
He smashed them in one go.
Okay, well, Korto will,
Sniper is
stand
OP.
up and- Korto will
Raise
stand up and dust himself off, and
Raise pets his rifle barrel.
Don't need no fancy sniper rifle.
Yeah. Although I might steal the scope off it later, we'll see.
and I'll go over to the one that's still semi-conscious. He's the only one that could still be a potential threat because there's one dead body, one guy over the cliff, right? Only
Yeah.
one is okay. So I'll go to that guy, and I'm just gonna try to subdue him. Make sure.
Like,
he's
yeah.
not-
So he's kind of groaning softly on the ground, and he's only kind of like he's concussed or something.
Okay.
That's kind of put him on the ground and out of action.
Get his comms. Get his comms.
I'll slap my binders on him. I'll put his hands
his
behind his
collar.
back and slam the binders on his
Sure.
wrist. And
Sure.
take his helmet off so he can't talk on the call.
Sure. Cool.
And I'll wait for at least Capo to come across the bridge and get over here.
Okay. We've got. Do we want to try and make this look like a natural crash, like stick a big rock in the middle of the?
or drive the speeder off the ridge from the opposite side of the facility and have it fly through the air and crash into the facility. Or drive it into the fake rock wall. we've got 5 speeders right now. You did want some vehicles, didn't you, Capo? For knocking on doors.
I feel like my stereotypical position in this group is under threat right now. This is unacceptable.
Korto's kind of giving up on stealth at this point. I mean, it hasn't been working very well, so he's thinking maybe it's time to try things the Capo way.
Well, technically, a warning hasn't gone up yet. I mean, it's suspicious that this
I
could...
was just going to say, there was a lot of threat in that role, too.
We didn't hear a warning.
So there was a lot of noise caused by that.
Yes.
Yeah, and let's put it this way, 5 scout troopers are not going to be checking in.
Yeah. But all they heard was a giant crash.
All right, I think Raaze could come on the comms here and say, all right, I think stealth is pretty much out the fucking window here, boys.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have to make a pretty aggressive move here. So our two options
are... We don't have much time before someone comes out and checks on this.
Yeah. How far away is Korto from these fake rocks thing?
How far did I say? I think it said they were like 150 meters away from the cliff face, didn't I?
Capo's with me now, I think, too.
Yeah.
Yes,
so I'd say, Capo, get the speeder bikes ready for an assault.
Korto,
yeah. Korto, take a look at that rock. I need to know what's going on with it so we can make our final decision on what we're doing.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm going to double time this time, not stealthy. I'm just going to try to go for speed at this point. And just rush my way to the entrance. But I'll stop if I see something before I get there.
All right. So it takes you like 30 seconds to get to this collection of rocks, and you can quite clearly see light coming out the other side of it as you start to get closer. So it's quite a high ceiling too. Maybe I think it would probably be. Hang on, I'm just gonna look at the height or something.
So when I reach the last of the darkness of the cover positions, I'd want to stop and try to take stock of what I'm seeing in there. If there's some way I can like peek around and just get a visual before like exposing myself into the light of whatever's there.
Sure. All right. That sucks.
And I'll be like, as I'm running, I'll be like, so much for our recon mission, boys.
Right, so you see on the other side, you see like where you're seeing the light pouring out. It's like huge 10 meter high blast doors. Kind of like, I mean, they're kind of like wide open at this point.
What do I see inside?
Can you roll me a quick?
Where I am on the outside.
Yeah, can you roll me a quick perception check?
Yep. What's the bad dice?
We'll say because you're just trying to have a quick look. I'll put in a setback, but this place is pretty well lit, so maybe two purple.
And 1 black.
Yeah.
Okay. Success and 2 advantages.
All right, so you're seeing the inside of a hangar here, and down one wall you see like a bank of speeder bikes, and in the middle of the hangar there's like TIE fighters arranged, and in front of them towards the front of the shed, there's a collection of there's like 2 small trucks, and on the far side of the wall you see ATSTs with troopers jumping into the top of them.
Okay, so I'm gonna get on the comms, and I'll give a quick rundown of the inventory, and then I'm gonna highlight the last detail that we have ATATs being
ATSTs.
ATSTs being activated. We're gonna need some cover.
Capo, it's time for you to knock, say hello.
And I'm gonna move to a cover position back in the darkness.
So while Korto has been running forward and doing this, Stephen, what I want to have been doing is very quickly checking the downed Imperials for any frag grenades or explosives they have.
Yeah, so you find 2 frag grenades in amongst them.
Times 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Then what I want to do is...
I would give you mine as well, so you know.
Okay, cool. So I have 5 total and the thermal detonator. What angle do I have on the hangar? Do I have a straight line?
Not in the door.
Not in the doorway.
You're still kind of behind it. You're still kind of on the other side of it. Like the entrance is pointing the other way.
But there could be a straight line if you go around it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So we have all 5 speeder bikes with us?
They're on, like, the 5 are on the other side of the canyon.
Yeah, I would probably go at this point. Hearing that what Korto saw,
yeah.
I would be running for one of the speeder bikes for you to be able to use for this specific purpose.
Well, we've got 2 with us, don't we?
Yeah.
We've got 2 with us. We've got 3 over there.
Yeah.
Okay, what I need is a straight line on the hangar, and that's about it. I'm just going to jam the throttles open, stick all of the frag grenades and the thermal detonators inside them, and then just let it rip and
Perfect.
watch them blow up inside. If it is... Oh, Stephen, is it possible for me to try and program the speeder bikes to do this? I'm assuming they have some sort of autopilot. Oh my god. Actually,
they
yes.
They don't have autopilot, but you could jam the throttle on them.
Yeah. Alright. So I'm going to need a straight line for this.
Essentially.
So what I'm going to do is I am going to... do thermal detonators have an adjustable timer?
I think they do.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get on one of the speeder bikes, hold the other one by the handle, and I'm going to try and swing round so that I have a straight line as quickly as possible. Have a straight line on the hangar.
Alright, cool.
Just after I've packed the speeder bike kind of saddlebags with all of the frags and all of the thermal detonators.
Korto's getting the hell out of there, away from that entrance.
That's going to take some time. That's going to take some time.
What? Grabbing...
To jam all the thermal detonators in and like get the straight line.
In the time that he's doing that, I would be moving myself around as well to get a position on the gate as well.
So this is kind of how...
Yeah,
kind of how
Capo's trying to do like 2 actions there, so that's going to be like two turns, right? Like one action is to mechanically set up the bikes, and the other action
I'm very happy
is to set up
take strain if needed to make it quicker. If I'm like really pushing it.
Sure. Can you give me a piloting planetary check? It's based on agility, so if you haven't taken any points, then it'll be 3. I'll set it at like, 2 purple, that one too.
Okay.
Cool.
So
yeah, 2 successes in the threat. Cool. 3 successes in the threat.
3 successes and 1 threat. Yeah.
All right, cool. So you managed to get it in where you got the straight line, and you see 2 chicken walkers starting to come out of the hangar. Cool. So like the first one's like kind of clear of the hangar. Like you see Korto running towards the bridge.
No. I'm not going to run back to the bridge. I'm going to just run back like into the rocks.
All right. Sure. Yeah. Sure. So you see Korto kind of running around the back again. As you kind of jam the throttle on this thing.
Yeah. And I've set the frags and the thermal detonators on, so that as soon as it's like, how far am I from the entrance?
I will say 20 meters.
And
Cool.
speeder bikes go at how fast?
Fast enough.
Let's not worry about the physics too much.
Yeah. I set it so that they should blow up about when they get to the middle. You know.
All right.
Up there. Yeah.
Like so you can see that the hangar is quite deep. in how far it goes.
Oh.
Sorry, I'll just make a note of that.
Then I just aim them at the chicken walkers.
Oh no! Like if you aim it, because a thermal detonator is like a mini nuke essentially.
Oh.
Like
Okay.
yeah, it's like the fat boy out of freaking Fallout. So you're
Really?
gonna take it. Yeah, you're gonna
Oh.
take a fair chunk of that hanger out with it.
If I give
So
a
that's
frag
why- that's why
grenade, then
Korto's
I
running
thought
for
a
the
thermal
rocks.
detonator was just a sort of upgraded frag grenade.
No, they're big. They're big.
So that changes things significantly and means I might
It's a
actually
Rhodian
survive this.
bonfire.
Yeah. Can I just drop the thermal detonator in the bike next to me, throttle, send it, and then zoom off on the one that I've got?
Yeah, sure. At this point, like the ATST is like bearing down on you as you jam the throttle. But like there is nothing it can do to stop this speeder bike. It just like speeds into the hangar and detonates. And you
Korto
kind of
would
see.
have gotten clear of there.
Yeah, so like I mean, one chicken walker is caught up in this as the kind of roof collapses in on the hangar. Cool. So. Cool. So you now have one ATST bearing down upon you.
But
Who's
I'm
gonna
on a speeder bike, which is a lot better than I was before.
Yeah. So you can potentially outrun it.
Yeah, so I'm...
You're also a bigger target for it too.
Yeah. So I go into the comm, boss, they're on me, I'm out.
Take evasive and lead him out of here.
Yeah. So
Korto.
I book it.
If there's a way in, find a way to that hangar and get us a TIE fighter.
Sure.
All right. So they miss entirely. Like the ATST, you see the grenade launcher on the side of the head just go and like launch a grenade at you, but it kind of like sails over the top of your head and like lands maybe 10 meters away as you speed off.
Would my rifle be able to take out the legs of a ATST?
Probably not.
Just checking.
They're heavily armored.
I can drop
Cool,
frag grenades behind me like they're candy. I've got like 5 of them now.
So you guys gonna try and fight it, or are you gonna run like hell?
Is Korto able to see a way into the hangar? And if there's
The hangar is kind of collapsed it now. Because Korto's
Yeah, like, basically Korto's just like dove for rocks at the safest distance away, and then there's the big rumble explosion. All the rocks came down, and once all the rocks settle, he tried to move in and see if there's any way left to get in there.
Yeah, you kind of have to pick your way through the wreckage.
I won't do that now.
It wouldn't be easy going.
Okay, so I'll just report back and say it's totally collapsed. We can't get in here without digging. So, but if we could get an ATST to blast it open again.
Capo, give us a run by.
Cool. Did you guys want to drop into initiative and fight this thing, or did you want to outrun it?
I think we should try to trick it first, like Korto is suggesting here.
If there's a way for me to get to an elevated position, I could try to Ewok it and just try to like basically jump on top of it and then try to pop it open and disable the guys inside.
Sure. Behind where Capo was, there's like more of those kind of pillory kind of things sticking out of the ground. Some of which extend over the height of an ATST.
Okay, so I'll let these guys know like my plan, and if Capo can manage it, I'll be in position.
Okay, so let's try to make this kind of a three-parter if we can. So I'll be calling in the thing. Okay, Capo, what I need you to do is swing by here first to try to get him to blast the hole open into the hangar, and then swing around so that he's going back to, which gives Korto enough time to get up there, and possibly me a chance to get into this hangar and get us some air support.
Cool. Awesome.
I love
well,
this, by the way. Just as a side note.
I feel like the Benny Hill theme should be playing at the moment.
Oh, this is awesome.
Cool. All right, cool. So we might drop into initiative. I think that's probably the better way to handle this.
I think so.
Cool. So probably vigilance for everyone involved.
Okay.
Capo is on the speeder bike. Those things have forward-mounted guns too. Cool. I got nothing.
2 success and 2 advantages.
1 success, 1 advantage.
Oh, okay. I've never seen anybody roll flat nothing on the
initiative.
I'm an overachiever.
We could just say like you're still busy from what you just did, and that's why.
Yeah.
So kind of like you just acted when we went into initiative order.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. So we got a PC slot up first.
Korto, move.
All I need to do is get into position. So if Capo wants to jump in instead.
That makes sense.
Okay. I will, as we discussed, attempt to circle round and get in front of this rock slide thingy.
Cool. So
I shall attempt. Sorry.
Near the rock slide or near some of the columns.
Well, we wanted to do the rock slide first. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if you can trick them into firing on the rock slide, that's the best option.
Yeah.
Sure.
If not, then I'll try to take over the ATS team.
Yep. Is it possible for me to vary my speed in an attempt to force them to overshoot a grenade or undershoot a grenade?
Yeah, if you give me a piloting check, why not?
Cool.
Piloting planetary. So.
What difficulty?
We'll say it's just 1. It's quite an easy thing to do. You're just trying to vary your speed up, but.
I succeed.
Cool. So you end up kind of like near what was the mouth of this hangar. And you can kind of see in the distance that the speeder bikes from the other side, but that you guys saw earlier, kind of coming towards you, but they're way off at this point.
Right.
Cool.
Can I be ululating wildly and making obscene gestures at the ATST pilots?
Sure, that's fine.
Excellent.
Cool. So that ATST. What other things did you have at your disposal?
Lots and lots of guns.
All right. No, I think he's gonna fire his concussion grenades again. Cool. All right. Cool. So he hits. He doesn't activate any of the really bad stuff though. Cool. So that does 8. That does 9 damage for that one. But it's breach 1. So that pretty much totals your speeder bike.
Oh yeah. Breach is badass.
Come get another one, Capo. Still got work to do.
Wouldn't that hit him too?
Yeah. Cool. No, it kind of just cuts through the vehicle. Cool. Can you roll me a quick coordination check, Capo?
Land on your feet.
See if you manage to throw yourself free.
What difficulty?
Duck and roll.
I'll say yeah, 2, probably 3 purple for that one.
Wow.
All right.
No failures, but 1 threat.
All right. Cool. So you managed to you kind of pull yourself out of the saddle, but you kind of your foot gets caught as you go to jump off. So you're caught in the explosion a little bit. So you can take we'll say 4 damage, but it cuts through your soak because that thing's got breach 1, which means it's 10 at a personal scale.
Yeah, it ignores 10 soak.
Yeah.
It's badass. Breach
10 at a personal scale. I do have. No, that's critical. Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 4 damage. So you managed to pull yourself free of the speed line. I'm not trying to kill your characters here, I swear.
Nice.
That is what breach does. Yeah, it's like Pierce 10.
But the big question is, did it breach the ground and open a way to the hangar?
Let's find out.
Well, I do have like 5 frag grenades in a satchel still. So I can just chuck that at the barricade and see what happens.
Yeah, we can do that as a last resort. Let's survive this ATSD first.
Let's see what happens.
Alright, so we got 2 more PC slots.
Alright, and it didn't open up the hangar?
No, it kind of it kind of hit the bike dead on.
Gotcha. I don't really have much to do. I'm still in my position, so if Raize has something he can do.
What about the guns and the speeders? Would they be able to make any dent in this ATST?
Yeah, they kind of operate on personal scale. But if you want to do a call shot through the kind of eye openings of the ATST, I'll let you have a go at that. But it will be kind of it's kind of nearly in flip a destiny point range. So it'll be four purple plus 2 setback.
Yeah. And okay, and then the other option being, would the guns from the speeder bike speed up an attempt to open the hangar rubble?
Yeah, like I mean, there's nothing stopping you shooting into the rubble. Like, I mean, I'm happy to handle that narratively. If somebody fires into it enough with a gun, then sure. Like, but yeah, yeah, the bigger guns on the ATST will help.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick shot then. First for this round, I'm gonna try to shoot through the eyes.
Sure.
Like you mentioned. So we're looking at okay, and I'm definitely flipping a destiny point on that.
Sure.
Do we have any left?
Yeah, we've got 1 left now, and that was 3 purple and 2 setback.
Yeah, 3 purple after you use your talents.
Yeah. And then definitely going to true aim this. Okay, and then yeah, Luke, be with me.
Nice.
All right.
The force is with you, Sarge.
Let's hope so. Oh!
Nice.
Success, but 2 threats.
Excellent.
Cool. So, which one do you want to take out, gunner or pilot?
At this point, I think better would be the gunner.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. All right. So you kind of see a hand kind of dangle out where your shot went through the eye hole.
Awesome.
As the guy kind of slumps forward. Cool.
Korto, there's just 1 left for you.
Yeah, so I'm in my position here on top of the spire, and basically I'm just going to ready my action until at any point I can jump down on top of this ATST.
All right. Cool. Cool. Excellent. All right. So. Cool. Cool. So we're back up the top again.
Capo?
Well, not sure.
There's another speeder bike near me. I call over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
how
on the
close
other,
am I to Raize? Yeah.
You're on the other side of the canyon, aren't you, Raize? You didn't
Yes,
cross
I
the
am.
bridge.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the only way I'm getting a speeder bike is if you take one to me. There's not really anything I can do. I could. How far am I from Korto's position?
You're kind of like maybe medium range.
Draw him
It-
back. Draw him back to the hangar.
Yeah.
I'll sit over the comm.
Yeah, it's a lot
So you
harder
want me
for
to-
the. Yeah, it's a lot harder for ATSTs to hit you because you're so small. In
Plus the
comparison to
gunner's
the
dead.
Plus the gunner's dead. So like it's
He's gonna try to run you over.
It's essentially move or shoot for this guy.
Draw him
you can't
back
really do
to the
much.
hangar, and then
So-
mock surrender.
So do people want me to draw him towards the hangar so he tries to shoot me, or head to Korto so Korto can try and...
Head to Korto. We've got incoming.
Right. Okay. I sprint like a maniac towards Korto. Or past Korto, so that the ATST would have to go past Korto.
Alright, sure. That
This is Rodian running across the desert.
all right. That might require 2 strain for that one for that
Yeah,
distance.
bring it. Easy.
The worthwhile thing.
All right, cool. Cool. So, all right. So you kind of bolt past this ATST, and you see it take the bait, and it turns towards you. Like you see it turn as you're moving, and it kind of like starts walking past the pillar where Korto is standing on top of.
Perfect.
Um,
All right. Korto's gonna jump down. He's gonna swoop. His cloak billowing behind him. He's gonna swoop down and attempt to land on the top of the ATST.
Yep, sure. Can you give me an athletics check? It's not that far down.
Attempt to be a converter.
This is going to be so bad if you miss.
What's the difficulty?
Easy.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's not that far down. So, or
Alright.
coordination if you're better at that too.
Guys, do you think Destiny Point or leave it? It's only easy, so probably I can pass it, but it's not guaranteed.
You can use your, would you say athletics or your coordination?
Yeah, athletics, yeah.
Go for it.
Flip
How's
it?
your athletics?
Okay. Let's do this. Let's take over this ATST. Okay, can you flip it?
Sure.
Okay.
We have no more destiny points.
Okay, I want to make sure that we do this.
Mhm.
Oh, come on!
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
You did it. Oh.
oh my god. This is ridiculous.
Alright.
So I jump and I miss it, but I've got 4 advantages. So.
I'm gonna say you missed landing on top of it, but you managed to get a handhold on it.
Yeah.
How's that?
Okay, sounds good. So I'm dangling off the side of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's my sum total actions, right?
At this point, Raize just kind of lowers his head for a moment.
Okay, you try to jump on a moving ATST then.
I didn't say anything.
See how you do.
Let me say anything. I just lowered my head for a minute. That's all.
Alright. Well, it's Raize's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna come across the bridge with the speeder bike and try to get into position to take a shot at the pilot, even knowing Korto is dangling.
Yeah, so the ATST kind of has its back to you at this point, so
Yeah.
you're kind of going to need to cover a fair bit of ground, which I suppose is plausible with a speed bike. That's fine.
It's up to you
Well,
if
if
it
you've
doesn't happen
got-
this turn.
Alright.
If
Keep
I
an
can
eye on the other speeders, Sarge.
Yeah, Raize, if you have access to the speeder bikes, you might want to bring them over.
Well,
At this
you can only really bring one over quickly.
yeah,
and that's
so
the
yeah.
one he's running.
Yeah, that's fair.
But the ATST has 2 seats, so if you manage to get to it,
Yeah.
get into it.
I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna crack this can open.
Oh.
The next turn.
Yeah, so as I say, if I can get into position and take a shot, great. If I can't, then I'll just get into position.
All right, cool. So I'll say, cool. So Korto's hanging off the side of the ATST,
For now.
and so basically what it is there's like a collection of 4 pillars kind of arranged around where you are, and then there's a big kind of cliff face over the other side. So I'm going to say Raize has kind of sped the speeder bike and kind of brought it to a skidding stop, and like take an aim at the ATST. From the cliff face. Does that sound alright?
Yep.
From in front of the cliff face. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. So we got a PC slot.
Fresh PC slot or same round?
Up the top again.
Can I open the can?
Yeah, can we give this to Korto?
Okay, so my maneuver is I want to climb to the hatch.
Sure. You can open the hatch. That's fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the hatch with my knife out. I'm gonna jump in there and just stab the fuck out of this guy as soon as I jump in there.
Sure. Roll me melee attack.
All right, awesome.
With malicious 7.
I'm letting this happen because it's awesome. So.
Yeah. So I did a maneuver, so I can't aim or anything. So I'm just gonna take like just a slash at him.
Cool.
Is it two purple or something different?
Yeah, 2 purple.
Okay, here we go. All right. So I slashed him and got 2 advantages. Which is a crit actually.
How much?
I critted him.
You can kill him.
Yeah. So I did 4 pierce and a vicious 1 crit.
Yeah, so he's only a minion, so
Right.
he goes down with a crit.
So I just jumped right in behind him, and he's like, "What?" Turning around, and the knife just goes right across his throat.
All right. Or like the camera goes to the control panel on the side of the ATST, and just blood splats up the side.
That's what the other guys outside see. They just see
I think
blood splatter across the viewport. Of the
I think that's very Star Wars, so that works. Cool.
Capo,
So
get in there.
And then
Alright,
the ATST comes to a stop.
All right. So you guys can hear the speeder bikes on their way over now. You gonna book it or?
No way.
I'm gonna get on the comm, and I'm gonna be like, "Capo, get in here."
Yeah.
And then Raikiru is going to bring the speeder bike around, so he's near the pile of the busted rubble. And then he's going to get in position so he's facing the incoming speeder bikes. And he's going to say, if we've got the time, let's crack this can open. If we don't, then we'll spin you around and go after these other guys.
So I'm just gonna wait for Capo to climb in first.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Your turn is over. So, are we on a
basically, as he's
PC
approaching-
slot?
We're back in narrative time. So.
Yeah, so like basically when Capo's approaching ATST, he's going to see this body come like tumbling out through the hatch and fall onto the ground with its throat slashed open.
Do you just push the other one out the eye hole or something?
Yeah, I just shoved them out like unceremoniously, I'm not wasting time. So I just shoved them out. And
Sure.
when Capo comes in, I'll say, do you want gunnery or piloting? And kind of out of character, which are you better at? Or which do you want?
So my piloting is...
It's planetary.
It'd be planetary, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be 3 green versus my gunnery, which would be...
Probably 3 green too.
3 green. 3 green, 3 green. In character, Capo would probably love to get a hold of that grenade launcher.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, so I'll be
what's-
already. Let's say I'm already in the pilot's seat, just waiting for you to jump in, and I'll say, I grab the guns, and then I'll start operating the ATST.
Alright.
Cool.
Open this hangar.
All right.
So I'll turn it around so that it's facing the hangar, and then
Sure.
just give him a thumbs up. He already knows what to do.
I get excitable as to choice and fire everything.
Fire everything!
All right. So you just kind of level this place. There is no rubble, but there is a large hole that looks like a turbo lift shaft.
Nice. This is awesome.
From where you've blown this up. So you guys cool if I just use the same initiative order from last time?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. It just speeds things up.
Yeah. I would like to see if there are any surviving TIE fighters that I can get to, basically.
No, they were all crushed in the... what wasn't crushed by the collapsing roof has just been blown apart.
Yeah, I would if there's anything left, I would just say to Capo, just wreck it all.
Yeah.
Destroy all the vehicles.
Yeah. If there's no working TIE fighter,
I
just
am
destroy
so
everything.
ahead of you on that, my friend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't even have to say it.
All right, cool.
So I'm still lined up on this with the speeder bike on the incoming ones. Let me know when I can take a shot.
All right, let's see. I'll just see if they notice anything other than you to know. All right, so they don't see Raaze coming in. They don't see Raaze while they're coming in. So you're probably behind a rock or something.
They're probably focused on the rogue ATST that's destroying their hangar.
Actually, do they know that the ATST is rogue?
Well, they just saw it firing into the
It's
hangar.
firing into the hangar, so probably.
Don't give me technicalities.
Chill. I'm sure they don't think it's us.
And now there's like 9 guys that haven't checked in.
Well, more than that, 'cause I'm sure there's people in the hangar there. They're no longer checking it anywhere.
Yeah. You pretty much blown any content, like any possible kind of stealthy
there's no more
overtones you
stealth.
possibly could have.
That's,
World's best recon mission gone wrong.
In
That's
in
fine.
our defense, this is clearly all Korto's fault.
I was quiet. They just opened their eyes.
yeah.
Alright.
They
So,
didn't hear me. They saw me.
At this point, too, as you guys are kind of finishing up the firing on the thing, I would kind of go over the comms with Capo and say, what do you think? Should we call in the cavalry and get your special package prepared for when we have our extraction?
Who's our cavalry?
Not sure who we're calling.
Well, we had a ship that brought us down that we didn't pilot, and in that ship had the.
I thought we did pilot it.
Did we pilot that?
Yeah, I think
did.
we
Did you pilot
brought it here ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was
I
pilot.
did, or
Okay.
somebody did.
Damn.
Uh,
Carry on. ATST away.
I don't think I've done. I don't think I've done on
if
the
you
planet
want to
yet.
speed it back and
No,
bring
no.
the ship,
Nah.
that's
have fun with
the
this. We're
only
here.
way we could win.
Alright.
Well, I'll get on the comms and I'll say, do you want me to turn this thing around and start so we can fire on the speeders?
Yeah, certainly. Once you're done with the hangar, spin it around.
Okay, so I'll do that when I can.
Although,
when it's my time.
For future things, if we can find a slave circuit at any point, that'd be really useful for the ship.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So these speeder bikes kind of rush in and they immediately open fire on the ATST.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright.
Not gonna do much with their light blaster pistols though.
Oh no, they're using the forward mounted.
Oh, okay, they're using the
guns,
the vehicle guns.
So it kind of rips up the side, and you guys feel like a slight shaking as it kind of it goes up the side and it rocks a little bit, but you're pretty much stable.
Do we feel like it's still structurally sound or like this is really...
It just rocks kind of lightly as these things hit it. So,
Okay, cool.
alright, cool. So PC slots.
I'll turn it. I'll turn it around so that Capo can fire on his turn. Has it been? Have we turned it yet, or is that?
You can. It's narrative, so you can just walk. Like you can turn and walk towards them if you want.
Okay. So yeah, I'll have already
Okay,
done that. So
so
Capo
if-
can take a shot.
Cool. Alright, cool. Capo, I'm going to say for the sake of argument, you fired absolutely every grenade you could at the hangar. Just because I can imagine you getting overexcited about that. Just like jamming every button.
Yeah.
I
so-
assessed the tactical situation and felt that maximum prejudice was the appropriate strategic solution to the problem.
Duly noted and agreed upon.
Yeah.
Alright, so you've got the port-mounted light blaster cannon, or the starboard, or the chin-mounted twin heavy blaster cannons. So those are the weapons at your disposal with this thing.
I do need to ask this: why on earth would I use the non-heavy blaster cannon?
I don't know.
If you want to disable and not destroy.
Honestly, it doesn't make any sense.
So long as we're clear there.
If you want to take him alive.
Okay, we already got
We've
one.
already got one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a dude that's got binders on him, laying in the dirt somewhere.
All he can
Alright,
hear
so-
is just explosion after explosion, and an occasional piece of hot metal just goes by his head. That's all he can see.
Maybe occasional body part.
Mhm.
Well, the occasional body now that they've been kicked out of the ADST.
Like Daybreakers.
Oh god. The lobby scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you gonna fire, Capo?
Oh yes.
Did you do it already?
What
Not yet,
difficulty did you want?
Two to fire at the bikes, but you also get a boost because I assume you're aiming for that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so that uses gunnery.
Booster's blue, isn't it?
This is awesome.
Yes!
Nice.
Sweet.
Good gun.
Awesome. Very nice shot.
Heavy blaster.
Alright, cool. Let's see. How much damage does that do? Cool. So you take out. Oh, you got a threat. Okay, that's not a problem. Alright, so you take out 2 of the bikes. And so you just kind of go. And like rips through the 2 on the sides, but the one in the center is still going.
Cool.
Raize would say, "Thanks for leaving one for me."
Sharing is
Speaking of
caring.
which.
Sharing is caring.
Speaking of which.
Nice. All right, difficulty.
So you've crossed the you're standing up there, so you're probably at medium range here.
Okay. Any setbacks?
Just the one because of the speed they're going in the darkness.
Yeah. All right. Fire at will.
Awesome. Good luck, man. Wow.
All over it. So that's picking the guy off. That's picking the guy off from the.
Took his head
from
off.
the bike.
Took his whole head off.
Pretty much.
Just red
All right.
mist.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Speeder bike keeps going right down into the hangar.
There's just a helmet rolling in the dirt after that.
The
And
speeder
Alright.
bike just keeps going right off the cliff or down into the hangar.
All right. So
It comes to a spinning halt right near our captive.
all right. So Capo's kind of pretty much blown all the wreckage away from this hangar. So like I mean there is no roof anymore, and it's kind of cleared a path to this to what looks like a turbo lift shaft. So I'm gonna say like you hit this scout trooper as he's kind of coming in, and the bike goes out of control as he starts to slump over, and it kind of like hits something and bits start falling off, and like the body gets thrown down the turbo lift shaft, as the rest of the bike kind of comes to a stop in the wreckage of the hangar.
So there's just a corpse that's going to go down the elevator.
Guys,
Awesome. That's our calling card.
we still have one extra bike left, don't we?
We also
There's
have a
still 2 bikes.
detonator, too that we can drop down the elevator shaft.
Yeah.
Oh, really? We have a bag of frags.
I really want to drop 2 down the elevator shaft.
Like
So-
a frag, a bag of frags so we can drop
Straight
down the
down.
elevator shaft.
Yeah, I'd like to drive into the hangar and look for actually. Let's do an exploration, really quick for any unexploded ordnance.
Okay, so first of all, dung, 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 dung.
Yeah.
Korto's going to pilot the ATST, walk it back over to the hangar, and park it with the guns facing the turbo lift, just in case. And then he'll just park it there.
All right. Sure.
And wait for Raize to check it out first.
All right. Cool. So
If we've got time, Raize, do you want to take this moment to kind of bring all of the bikes over? Because that'll mean that we
Right.
have an escape right there.
all right.
Yeah.
So, all right. So the comm links, one of the comm links you picked up kind of turns on and it goes Obsidian Squad report.
All clear.
Oh, clear.
We've heard heavy fire. We've heard heavy fire, and the footage from our hangar has been knocked out.
Just a faulty fuel line. Nothing to worry about. We're cleaning it up now.
Can you roll me deception? Two purples plus a setback because you're completely full of shit.
I would have gone with the farmer. And his animals.
Okay, hang on. Okay, let's see.
That's awesome.
Okay, well, whatever happens, happens. I
Yeah,
mean,
sure.
Stealth is out the window at this point. It's just a delaying tactic. Hey, there you go.
Ah.
2 success.
Seriously.
I'm not that foolish.
Very nice.
There must be a fuel line somewhere, I guess.
He said, okay. So he says, understood. We'll hold back further troops until you've cleared up the fuel line.
Roger that. I'll just turn off the car. I'll turn back to the other guys and be like, okay, clock's ticking. We got to figure out what we're doing here.
Raize just kind of chuckled. The clock's been ticking for a while.
Yeah.
Since that first shot.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm going to transport the speeder bikes while they're giving the cover there.
Sure. I might actually wrap it up here because
Yeah,
nearly
fair enough.
1:30. 1:30.
Okay.
So.
Alright.
No problem.
Cool.
That's
Awesome.
awesomeness.
Productive.
Yeah, that was awesome. Totally unexpectedly
Yeah,
action.
totally different way to, we thought that was going to go.
We started out just doing recon and ended up with a full-on assault.
3 people versus the fucking base.
But it was hilarious because it was all very reactionary, you know. Like we didn't really intend to fully assault the base. It's just like we're reacting to everything that happened with extreme violence.
I would like to say that my duty is fucking rocking this day.
Yeah, I think we did pretty well.
I think my sabotage has gone pretty fucking well.
And Korto's think he needs to invest in stealth a little more with his Vex XP. And maybe some melee as well.
Nice.
Okay, so thank you everybody for watching. This was episode 4 of Irnaj Assault, and we'll see you next time.
Definitely.
See you next time.
So, yeah.
Good times.